The news don't even make no fucking sense. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, the Federal Bureau, they said they don't know whose cocaine was in the White House. What? A whole crackhead lived in the White House.
What you talking about?
They found it in Hunter Biden's room. It said Hunter's blow on the bag. Hunter is high, Joe is asleep. Only person working in the White House is that goddamn German shit. That motherfucker is working. They say he done been 11 people at the White House. One German shepherd. He is tired of Joe falling down and y'all making fun of him. I'll fight you in that bitch.
Got to pay back. Revenge. I'm mad. Got to get back. I need some get back. Payback. That is. Payback. Revenge. I'm mad. To get down with my girlfriend. That ain't right.
Oh, that boy was mad.
Wanna fight.
Call that man Mr. Chimney.
Payback is a thing you got to see. Hell, never do any damn thing to me.
The smoke. You want all the smoke right now.
Sold me out,
That's how we
chicken
started
change.
2024.
Told me they had it all arranged. They had me down. That's the bank. And now you're punk. Gotta get ready. That's where I land. I can do wheeling. I can do dealing.
Welcome. What it do, y'all? What it do? I'm your motherfucking man, Chill Murray in the building. Salutations to everyone. Salutations. Happy 2024. Happy New Year. We gonna get this party off, right? As I said before, that boy Cat, he got some smoke. Call that man Mr. Chimney. We'll get into that later though. Once again, shout out to everybody tuning in. Well, not tuning in. First time, last time listeners. I thank all y'all. All 3,800 subscribers on YouTube. All my subscribers on Twitch. I salute thee and I thank thee. I really do. That Nipsey Hussle, Diddy, yeah, 100K. I am giving myself a round of applause. I'm just gonna say it. Know what I mean? Because I have already celebrated that beforehand. So, once again, I just want to thank everybody that has been tuning in and has brought the channel to where it is right now. I could not have done it without y'all. I will never, like I said, care about the monetization of this. I've always said that. I don't care about the monetization of it. But I do care about wrongful fucking flagging. So, I apologize to Ms. D. Watts I apologize, D Watts. It was a 20-second clip in that TDJ. So that is why I kept seeing the TD Jakes re-upload about 3 times. Because the third time I had to change the damn name. And I hate it. But I figured out I had to change the name because in the first clip, I had Mrs. D Watts. Y'all check out her website, Embracing the Sea. Very, very peaceful website. Very peaceful website as well. Y'all check out her website. It's very positive. Very positive channel as well. I do love her channel and the information that she has as well. She's another information sharer and truth teller as well. So round of applause for her. But yes, I had a 20-second clip of hers in that TD Jakes one, and got flagged a little bit, so I had to cut that out. It's cool. It's cool. But we got some more TD Jakes do today, cause Mr. William G. McCray has some tea for everybody. I guess TD Jakes has been calling Tyrone.
I was contacted by this gentleman, Tyrone. Tyrone works on the security team for Jake's at the Potter's house. And it was, early. He had a couple of pictures. He had a picture of Jake's in a thong with a peach cobbler. And then Jake's had bought him a motorcycle, and he had a couple of pictures of Jake's in a very provocative manner, chest down on the motorcycle and tooted up in the thong. And so what you talking about? They were, it's always when you are a side piece or when you are a
side piece. When you are a side piece. So, apparently, allegedly, more staff members have started to come out. As the lady had said before and prophesied, there's going to be a lot of this. Like I said before, I predict there might be some type of, I don't know. I'm not going to say something suicidal, but I definitely think something's going to happen to TD very soon. Unfortunately, that's what the lady has said and predicted. Unfortunately, that something is possibly going to happen to TD Jakes because of all this secret stuff that's coming out now. And, when you have this having to do with the church and you have all this extra read all about it stuff coming out about you, about people going in your back door area, it's getting, and then your wife knowing about it, as we talked about it on the other one. Your wife know about it. Your kids getting caught in activities. Your children getting caught in activities. They getting caught in gay shit. On top of you getting caught in gay shit. It's getting to be a lot, TD. And all this from someone saying you was at a Diddy party? Ooh, shit. Boy. And the crazy thing is, you ain't had to say nothing, brother. You haven't had to say anything. Because a lot of people apparently have a lot to say about you. Shout out to Cat D. Thank you for the subscription. I see Kalia Hurst and Mariah Fraka as well. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all subscribed a couple minutes ago as well. Shout out to y'all. Peace, and love. But yes, William G. McCrae has let out about TD Jakes calling Tyrone, his security, taking it in the back door. And William G. McCrae is also a very respected man in the church as well, and a man of faith. He's definitely a church blogger that has been. If you watch, I'm going to say also watch $1 Million Blogger. Shout out to him. Watch $1 Million Blogger's interview with William G. McCrae. We won't put it out on here on the podcast, but I would like for all y'all to watch $1 Million Blogger's interview with that gentleman. There's a lot of people besides TD Jakes that this man done been with that some of y'all know or not know. I'll say that. But as the truth is starting to become way more louder than the lies. Way more louder than the lies. And everybody is speaking. Nobody's holding no punches, including comedians nowadays. Shout out to the homie Corey Holcomb on the 5150 show, who had smoke, but not just TD Jake. He had smoke for quite a few people with this little intro.
Stop being so sensitive, bitch.
Oh yeah, it went there.
Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. Every woman I ever fucked got a couple of dollars when I left. I ain't never, since I've been grown, left a woman's house without money or hope in her heart. I am Corey Holcomb of the 5150 show, and I will not bring the bullshit to this pulpit up here at the Coin Academy.
You're not going to address it?
I'm not going to address nothing.
I can't.
All the shit the busted niggas say about me. I notice people with money, when they talk about the 5150 show, they have a good time talking about the show. But it's a whole bunch of busted motherfuckers. And you can look at them and tell they in bad condition. They got the bad things to say about me and other people on the show. Well, I want to let all you buster motherfuckers know, God don't like popped off niggas. God despise popped off niggas. Get your grind on out there in the streets. Talk shit and bring bad information to my name. I'm Corey Holcomb. This is Darlene Otis. And that's Craig Facts. Hey. Craig is going to have to shit in 40 minutes from now. And who choose that. But I do want to give you a little information. All you guys who thinking of coming out of here thinking you gonna make it, your asshole must be sacrificed. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it, homie. If you ain't coming out of here to ride cowboy style at these parties.
What you talking about, Willis?
The Illuminati, that shit. They approached me.
Man, these motherfuckers think it's a joke.
They approached
Craig,
me.
you wasn't scared to talk about it, huh?
Yeah, they approached
How
me,
did
but
yours
I was
situation?
lucky they had the wrong motherfucker, because when the Illuminati approached me, they was like, Sinbad. Got the wrong nigga, I ain't Sinbad.
I have been on television shows and been so scared because I thought, like I've said this, when I did Black Jesus, I was like, oh shit, this is going to be my last day because I saw the scene with the dress in it.
Yeah.
I am so lucky that I had a director on the show who was like, yeah, Corey, no, you ain't got to just put this thing. He had me put on like, it's the women of the desert, what is it called, a burqa they wear?
Yeah, like a...
Yeah. So they told me I could just put on the suit the men wear out there. I forgot the name of that.
Very similar. It's just like a straight
I was
long.
like, okay, I'll put on the pants, nigga.
Oh.
Yeah.
And, you know.
See, while everyone focused on just his jokes on TD Jakes, everyone forgot to notice the intro was a dead direct shot at Hollywood. And Black Hollywood at that. It was a direct shot at Black Hollywood and the amount of comedians and actors that have had to wear dresses, had to practice other sexuality, had to do other things to get these roles. Corey Holcomb, as well as Cat Williams, rest in peace Paul Mooney, have all spoken out about these things. Dave Chappelle, as we all know, as Dave Chappelle said, maybe the world is just a bit crazy. Because the truth, again, is starting to become louder than the lies here.
It didn't turn into nothing for real. But I know what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, here it is. Here it is.
Man.
The nigga in the dress episode. Homie, I'm at a stage in life where I'm past that wanting that money like that. I mean, that money like that is good. It makes you not be accountable for nothing in a lot of situations. That's the good thing about money, because you're going to get tired of going to the mall and all that shit. That shit play out after a while. But I'm saying, when you got a lot of money, you can basically buy your way out of most situations. Unless them people want you directly, they wanted Michael Jackson. That's why they came at him and put that shit on him. Michael Jackson been Michael Jackson for years. But when he said some shit in this song, all I really know is that they don't really care about us. They was like, oh, we're going to make you pay for that, Michael. And they have been after him ever since. You know what I'm saying? Probably before that, but I'm just saying. Man, all this stuff you seeing, you ain't getting nothing but bits and pieces of the truth. These parties in Hollywood come with consequence and penetration. And if you like to party and bounce, you need to come to Hollywood. Why be a backdooria in Cleveland when you can come to L.A. and you might get the right tickle back there? I want to know, how the fuck did they come up with this name? Now, this name blew my mind.
Uh-oh.
Power bottom.
What
is a power bottom?
What you talking
I
about?
can just imagine, and I was laughing.
That's a nigga that don't bleed when he get fucked. Man, I'm used to it, nigga.
Will you come on with it, nigga? That's a power bottom.
I didn't even think of that.
I was like,
I just heard bottom.
I never
was
heard of
like,
that.
Oh, well,
I heard of a bottom,
bottom, right, but
but when they say a power bottom,
what is
that
Like,
mean the nigga on top was like, that nigga cold right there.
Ken.
That's a nigga that hit 225. The bottom nigga hit 225.
You can't ride this nigga out. He can take whatever you put in him. I just put a broomstick in this motherfucker. That motherfucker said more.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you notice here, Corey speaks from experience with some of these parties. And I'm not talking about him actually indulging. I'm talking about him actually seeing. If you notice, a lot of people lately have, including these bodyguards, of a lot of these hip-hop artists, have been coming out talking about these same exact things recently. About what they have seen at some of these quote-unquote Hollywood parties. Some of the things that they have seen have, been kind of wild. To each his own, of course.
What the fuck? They got some shit. They got some cold names in this game, boy.
So who's a power bottom? Oh, log off? Yeah.
Yeah, they call log off for power bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Just log off. It's all lies.
Get ready.
You can hear the echo. That echo, you thought it was coming from his throat, but it was coming from his ass. It's all lies, 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 lies.
He don't get
Damn it.
This 5150 show, man. You know we gotta make jokes about it.
Somebody said super twist.
What they said, Super Twizzler.
Yeah.
Every time he been over, that music come on like Superman.
I'm still confused about when people do those kind of I guess presentations or whatever, speeches or statement, when they say they're not going to dress it, but then they dress it. They take the time to. Isn't that doing? You're still
say
doing it.
something?
Sure.
Please.
Okay. It's hard. Because don't nobody know the truth completely but TD and all. I mean, but...
Somebody said bicep cheeks.
That's hilarious.
Go ahead.
But I hear what you're saying.
It's hard not to address bullshit.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but to say that instead of
No. What he's saying is deep, D.
It is.
It's
I
hard
get it.
because,
Yeah.
look, it's a different side of the brain because as entertainers, whether you're a comedian, a preacher, a football player, we all have ego. And regardless of what you do, if you're a power bottom, if you're straight, and you're successful, you have went past the bullshit levels of life, focused, and got yourself to a point where you're successful. So when you hear shit that's bullshit, you want to smash on it. So when I seen that being addressed, I seen somebody that was like, man, if you only knew the real about how I do it. You feel what I'm saying? Because we just know 10, 15%. But if he was ever man enough to come out and say exactly what he does, I feel like it would blow our minds. I don't even feel like our imaginations are big enough to even go where he probably has really been. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully one day he speaks on it because I would love to hear it.
Well, from what I understand, it's a whole bunch of information that hasn't been released, but you know it will be.
Yeah.
I mean, like, about not just one brother.
Now, listen to what he says here. Because here, he's about to drop a real big bombshell.
A lot of brothers who's been looked at in ways where it's changed me. Yeah. Some people, I can't go watch their movie no more because all I could think about is how they move. And I'm not one who goes off a rumor with nobody.
Yeah.
I'm not one who goes off a rumor. I live in Hollywood. I know what it is because I done seen it. And now that I know a lot more than the average one would know, it's hard to watch these guys play superheroes and
right.
good guys and stuff like that. It's tainted. That's why I said once before on my show, I try not to get to know the people I watch in entertainment because when I know it, like when I know it's hard to watch them be a good guy in a movie.
Right.
Right. Like I said, Jonathan Majors, I'm using his name. I'm not trying to call out the brother, but I'm saying when I saw him running from the girl, it's hard for him to be Kang the Conqueror to me now.
You're right.
It's hard. Like, I'm like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I see somebody go, oh, yeah, you, I'll be like, shut the fuck up.
Or even how he was talking. See, those tapes, too. That just, I was like.
Okay, so we're going to cut it right there for the most part. We're going to cut it right there for the most part. Because y'all should get a chance to take a look at Corey Holcomb's full podcast there. But Corey, like him and a few other comedians, and a few other, I would say, I guess you could say celebrities right now, are starting to tell their truth and let a lot of Hollywood secrets out. I don't know if they're just, like I said, trying to follow the trend or they're just fed up with things. Either way, I think I speak for all of us when I say we are here for it. We are definitely here for it. I can say that. Speaking of here for it, Jada Pinkett, Lord have mercy, look at this child. Look at this child here. Lord have mercy, y'all. Y'all see this? I mean, just channeling her pimp within, huh? channeling her pimp within. I didn't mean to like it. I was actually. Oh, you can't even go in on it now. Oh, that's funny. So, as you can see, it's only about 4 comments on here. That's majority of her stuff. First of all, I just want to address that too. You got 11 million followers on your page, right? 11 million followers. 11.2 million followers. And you got 3, 6, 14, 8 comments. That just mean to tell me you don't like a lot of people talking about you. Anyway, look at this here. I'm telling you, embracing the pimp within. Embracing her pimpeth within. Pimping since been pimping. Look at that gold jacket. I mean, she fresh as can be. She clean. Clean. Mr. Clean with it. Channeling the inner Dwayne Johnson. I'm telling you, first person I thought it was The Rock. That's what I thought this was. I was like, hey, The Rock cousin. I couldn't tell who this was. And I said, oh shit, that's Jada. Jada stepping out fresh as I is. Look at her. Like I said, people are standing on business 2024. They standing on their business. But who else has been standing on business? It was Mr. b.l.a.c. Mr. b.l.a.c. apparently has some words now that Jada has been getting bolder and bolder with speaking out. If y'all saw her Breakfast Club interview where she addressed but didn't address anything and basically was like, all right, we just gonna sue. All right. Well, you actually have somebody that is waiting on you to sue, Jada.
All right, Brother b.l.a.c, listen, I do want to say,
amazing
for the
Tasha
viewers,
K.
because we're going to rewind back. Before we put out the interview, all we put out was a clip that went ultra viral. Okay? Yeah. Everybody in the world got this clip. It was trending for days on Twitter. Okay? Before the interview comes out, what shocked me is Jada is doing her book promotional for Worthy. Yes. She goes to the Breakfast Club and she sits down and they ask her about you, but they can't not ask. Like, it's so huge. Right. And to my surprise, she answers.
It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're gonna take legal action.
The reason Will responded, the reason why Jada responded, because they know it's true. Will's never responded. And they responded in less than 9 hours.
They did. That was a fast response.
That was because he know what I saw in that dressing room. He know other things that I saw. She did all this to try to scare me, but I fear no one but Allah. Jada, listen, in 2 weeks, if you don't sue me in 2 weeks, if Tasha K will have me, I'm back here and I'm dropping evidence. Period. You said I extorted you. You said there's a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me. And you know that the things that you said were untrue. Let's get into a little bit more of it. Jada runs Will. Period. Me and her at war. I'm gonna put Will to the side. Will is to the side. Me and Jada, I will say this because I know you're watching. I know Karen Tense is watching.
Who's Karen Tense?
That is her PR person for years.
Okay.
Right? I know they're...
So, real quick, if you haven't noticed, Jada does run Will. We spoke about that on the podcast a couple of times. Remember that divorce settlement? That $350 million that, I think it's $450 million that Will Smith is worth? Compared to the net worth of Miss Jada Pinkett? Yeah. That's a pretty expensive divorce that Will does not want to make. So, in hindsight, b.l.a.c is very right. Jada does run Will. And she will continue to run Will, unfortunately. Because Will doesn't want to lose any of that money. so she can have as many entanglements as she would like to. But apparently, there are other financial problems, or should I say, there are other mental issues that b.l.a.c tends to know about.
Watching. Jada, you're a bald head liar and you're a drug addict, right?
Oh, God.
You told the world that you were going to sue me. As of yet, and you said you're going to do it swiftly. It's been over 2 weeks. So, Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me, this is what's going to happen. All the sex parties, right? And the people, the men that you hit with dildos, I'm naming names, right? All the salacious stuff that you have done and hurt other people, I'm naming names. You assassinate my character. You say I extort you. Well, extortion is criminal. Like, I would be in jail right now if I tried to extort the Smiths.
So, as y'all can see, Mr. b.l.a.c has been coming the chimney. He wants all the smoke right now with Miss Jada Pinkett. And he has some tea that he would like to share with Miss Tasha K. Now, of course, we're going to wait those couple of weeks till this come out. Because apparently this is going to happen, what's this? This actually dropped last week. So, we got 1 more week. We got till next week, and we shall see what is the tea that Mr. b.l.a.c has for Jada Pinkett. Because I, for one, cannot wait to see what this is. You hear, if the man, he got the information about the dildos that she hitting dudes with. And, I mean, y'all heard about Gene Deal talk about Puffy and Jennifer Lopez, that story, right? Remember the story he talked about where Puffy was about to snuff Will because he thought him and Jada was trying to take Jennifer Lopez back to the hotel without him knowing and all that? He was trying to do a little swinging because apparently Will and Jada are swingers. And you know how swingers get down. Swingers be hitting anybody. And anybody be hitting them. If you get my drift. So, yeah. They get down to get down like that. And that is what b.l.a.c's been talking about. b.l.a.c has information on that. b.l.a.c has information on a few people, I guess. I would like to hear where he has the information on August Alsina. That's the one I want to hear. I'm going definitely, I might be paying Miss Tasha K some money. Because I, for one, would like to know if he talked about that in the first interview. If he got all this information and this juiciness. So, yeah. Shout out to Tasha K. And shout out to the homie b.l.a.c. But speaking of b.l.a.c, shout out to Popcorn as well. Popcorn Hollywood.
Right? And not what I think, right? And I said to Will one day,
Shout out to Popcorn Planet.
Why don't you just leave this woman? Like, why do you stay? Why do you take this abuse, right? This is 2 brothers having a conversation. And Will, I mean, I thought he was going to slap me. I thought we were going to actually get into a fist fight. He told me to stay out of his mother effing business and some other things that I don't care to repeat. After that, Andy, I've never, ever mentioned his relationship with Jada to him, period. Because obviously now, from me hiring a private investigator, right, I understand and I know why Will just doesn't fight back or push back. The things that Jada has over Will are incredible. And the things that Will have over Jada is incredible. So
I want to get to Jada. Yeah.
Okay.
But I just want to, and I didn't mean to interrupt you. Apologies. But I guess I just want to ask one more question so people don't think I'm just completely doing it. Like, it's curious because you have this relationship with these celebrities, right? You're helping them out. Are you worried that revealing these secrets that you had in the inner circle could hurt your business? Like, why are you putting all that on the line, because some will say that's douchey of you, right? Like, even if they're doing it, why share these people's personal information like the way you are? Do you understand that criticism? What's your response to it?
Well, it's a much bigger story here. The things that I'm leading up to are going to be criminal. So right now, I'm just giving just enough information where intelligent people can connect the dots. That's what I'm doing now, because some of the things that were done were criminal. Like, you have many people that came out with Diddy, right? You hear this, you hear that, you hear this, you hear that. Now all of a sudden we are where we are, right? And this is going to be the same thing about Jada. You're going to hear little things, and then you're going to start hearing credible people talk. And then once the credible people talk, it's over. I'm not worrying about, all these celebrities that I've dealt with, you got to imagine, I've been knowing them for decades as well, too, because I'm a guy from Philadelphia and I came from the streets, right? So a lot of these people know me from a much different, a much different era in my life. And then a lot of them know what's going on with Jada. A lot of them know what's going on with Will. And as you're going to start to see, a lot of people are going to start to come forth on my behalf. But there's a process. You can't feed a baby steak, Andy. You have to take your time with all this information. You got to imagine, I got 38 years of information and 25 years of information with Will and Jada. So I have to take my time, and then I'm traumatized. I'm telling my story. I'm spewing my truth, right? And I don't care what nobody say. The things that I had to endure, the things that I had to see, I can finally let go. I can finally say, wow, it traumatized me. So that's where I'm at.
You've given Jada a clock just to help, as you did. If you guys didn't see part 2 on Tasha's interview, you guys can go check it out. And you give her an ultimatum of 2 weeks, and you're going to go back and release it all. One could argue you're stretching this out, and why not just give us what you want? But you're making a point of, I guess, why not just deliver it all? What's the point in trying to dish it out? Do you think that's just a better way to get it out there? Or do you think, is there something that Will and Jada can do while you're sort of teasing all this that could get you to stop?
Well, one thing, I understand Will and I understand Jada. Me and Jada hate, hate is such a strong word, but yes, I could say I hate her and she hates me, right? So I'm banking on her being a narcissist and a sociopath, right? And that Breakfast Club interview, purely, she listen, they would have had me in a position where my houses, my assets, my car, everything that I have could have been taken, right? But Jada comes out, put her foot in her mouth, talks about me and Will having business, me and Will doing business. This is a shakedown. He's tried it before, right? She says, and then if you go back and listen to the interview, I implore everybody, please go back and listen to the interview, because the people on the side are trying to tell Jada to shut up. Right?
Yes.
They try to tell
and then she
her
tries to play it down like, oh no, I can talk. Yes, I noticed it too.
Right. Because if I was in the room and working as my assistant capacity, I would have just stopped the interview. I would have threw coffee across the room, anything. I would have got.
That sometimes that can be worse.
We'll stop it right there, because shout out to Popcorn Planet. Y'all should watch that interview as well. When you get a chance, that full interview with b.l.a.c. b.l.a.c. had a little bit of tea to spill there. He didn't want to let out everything that he's going to let out on Tasha K, but he had a lot to let out there on Jada. And if you watch that Breakfast Club interview, yes, her team, she kept looking to the side, basically. There was a lot of times where she had to look to the side to get the next answer, and she wasn't giving the right answer, and she had to say, I'm sorry. And that's why she wasn't even up on the mic majority of the time, because she was so unsure being in that situation as far as trying to promote herself with all the smoke that was on her. It wasn't like she was sitting on the Angie Martinez production doing that type of interview where her majority of her questions are pre-scripted. when asked. It's one of those live on the air. We gonna ask you shit. You don't know what we gonna ask you really. We gonna do some pre-production, of course, but you don't know what we gonna ask you like that. You know what I mean? So, and that's what happened there with that debacle that b.l.a.c was talking about. That whole Breakfast Club interview where you can visibly see that she was a little bit more uncomfortable than usual doing an interview. And the whole drug thing looked a little bit evident there. Just a little bit evident there. But shout out Brother b.l.a.c. Once again, shout out Popcorn Planet for that interview. You guys should go check out that whole thing. Now, speaking of calling someone Mr. Chimney and looking for smoke, you saw the man with the plan. The man on the cover, the man with the intro. We about to get into the Shannon Sharpe interview with Mr. Cat Williams.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guest. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all.
As soon as he said that, I said, oh shit. But that looks like some very expensive cognac. And that expensive cognac has got Mr. Cat Williams a little bit more fired up than Shannon expected. And Cat Williams has been talking about the Hollywood elites and the actors of the elites, I should say, the puppets of the elites. He's been talking about them in Hollywood for quite some time. So, as soon as he said that he's seen comedians come up there and lie, I said he is going to go off.
All of Black Hollywood, they feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Cat Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Cat Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Oh shit. So what Cat is talking about is in Friday After Next, if you recall, Money Mike was the pimp that Cat Williams played. In that particular movie, it would not have made sense for there to be, as we said, a midget Mike, a midget Santa Claus. They would not have made sense whatsoever. But apparently, Ricky Smiley, who was in that movie, had his own ideas of being a pimp in that movie. Which, that didn't turn out correctly, as Cat Williams is explaining.
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he... What?
If you guys don't remember also, why don't we show a picture real quick of the character that Ricky Smiley actually played? Because some of you might not actually remember the character that Ricky Smiley was. Ricky Smiley was actually the Christmas robber in Friday After Next. See? He was the Christmas robber. Which, this part, of course, wouldn't have made any sense for Cat Williams to play. A 5'5" Christmas robber was not exactly intimidating as a tall, lanky Christmas robber like Ricky Smiley. As you saw, it was pretty funny seeing him escape and doing different comedic things like that. So Cat Williams was actually right. It wouldn't have made sense for Cat Williams to play that role whatsoever. Ricky Smiley, of course, as Cat Williams has just said, has played a lot more female roles than he has played male roles. If you notice how Ricky Smiley actually is and talks, it's not so far off, is it?
So Ricky Smiley knows this. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Cat Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody.
What Cat Williams is referring to, if you notice in that movie, Ricky Smiley didn't have too many lines at all. He was actually a very mute Christmas robber. Cat Williams wrote all his lines because he was the big comedian at the time. Ricky Smiley didn't have any lines at all.
Was Cat Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Cat?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Cat Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal.
Steve Harvey the job after me. I picked him.
Okay, so tell me about
never said thank you.
So what's up with you and Steve, man?
Ain't nothing with me. Well, Steve stole my material on his show, so I had a beef on that.
On what show?
When he was on the bullshit talk show he had, and he did all my Halloween material one Halloween. I'm watching. Somebody called me and said, "Man, homeboy doing your material." So he did my whole Halloween run. And I know he didn't think of it. You know, this is true stuff that really happened to me. And so my thing is, you don't have to do that, homeboy.
Right.
So, you know, motherfucker, you made enough money, bitch ass. You know,
Wow.
You made enough money. You did enough. You know what? Why are you on my material?
Right.
You know, what's that about? You know, and then, you know, people want to jump up. Oh, he didn't know. He didn't steal your. So yes, he did.
And he wear a suit. And then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you drink anymore the way I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Cat, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? 'Cause he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Cats on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Cat damn, you like this?
No, that's not.
Okay, what comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a stray.
I was gonna say, you heard that little subliminal. As a fat Faison liar, Cat Williams had Faison on his show. That's right. He had Faison open up for him back in the day to put him on.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0.
So
why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
The truth is becoming louder than the lies. Cat Williams knows what everybody knows now. That everyone is not afraid to speak anymore. And the reason why people are not afraid to speak anymore is because the elites do not have the power that they usually had to stop people from saying what they've had to say. Excuse me. Freedom of speech. The Bill of Rights has been tainted with. People know that. But Cat Williams taking a stand to come out on Shannon Sharpe's show is going to be a stand of many. We are on the 3rd day of January in 2024. There are many people that are going to be doing what Cat Williams is doing. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. What Cat Williams is doing right now is the same thing that we all are doing. Sharing information of the truth. And letting it be known that Hollywood does not scare anyone anymore. At all.
The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
As you heard Cat Williams take that little ride, as Shannon Sharpe, I hope he didn't say, I'm getting a little hornier. Because that wasn't a little bit, that was a little sus to say.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because,
I was gonna ask you that.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing...
You will tell it?
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
but
no one's ever heard.
Lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish.
Way too many shots were fired there. Way too many shots were fired. So, I wanted to address first the Ricky Smiley comment. One of the biggest reasons he's been going at Ricky Smiley is because, like I said before, Ricky Smiley is a part of that clique. Now, transition. Steve Harvey is also a part of that clique. As you can see, Cat Williams is basically firing off at that entire side of comedians. The reason why Ice Cube did not address the Ricky Smiley lie is because that didn't need any addressing whatsoever. Cube was executive producer of that script. If it's anyone that you needed to ask if it was true, it would have been Cube. So being that Cube said nothing, he knew that it was not true. Furthermore, with Steve Harvey, Steve Harvey he's very right. Steve Harvey was never homeless. Steve Harvey was never homeless. 1987, press photo Steve Harvey. This is a press photo of him. Does that look like a guy that's homeless? Showtime at the Apollo. 1990. As Steve Harvey said, from age 30 to 33. Correct? Does this look like a guy that was homeless? I'm just saying. There might be a little bit of truth to what Cat Williams is trying to say to us.
Came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for if what I say ain't the case? It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharpe got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the...
So, Harvey Weinstein offered to suck off Cat Williams at his office. Mr. Harvey Weinstein himself. If you guys don't know who Harvey Weinstein is, Harvey Weinstein is under investigation for a scandal with a complete list of 87 different accusers. Woo! That was a heavy one, Cat.
script, I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo! Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars.
Please give it up for Steve Harvey one time. Give it up for Steve Harvey. He's an excellent comedian. One of the finest we've ever had. But he don't want no parts of this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is some other shit. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on them motherfucking tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 goddamn minutes. That nigga should have talked about me the way I've been to talk about his bitch man. I'm the wrong nigga to fucking win my tour championship, my nigga. You did. You see that nigga had to take off that lace front high top fade before he came out here to battle me, goddamn. I plays no motherfucking game, Steve. I'm a little nigga, I fight dirty. You did. You did, baby. What the fuck is he thinking about? He trying to copy off me and bring that ugly ass, sparkly ass tie out with a regular black suit like he was going to a funeral. Yours, nigga, yours. That nigga think I give a fuck. I give less than a fuck. Whatever less than a fuck is. You the one came out here and told jokes about if a bitch lick you on the left nipple, you buy that bitch a car. If that ain't the trickiest shit I ever heard. Bitch, you can suck my dick with the Holy Spirit in your mouth. I ain't buying you a goddamn car. I ain't even gonna give you a ride. It's a generation gap. Damn generation gap. Nigga think he the shit because he was the shit in 1968. Nigga, I'm the shit this evening, my nigga, this evening. I know my niggas is up in here. I ain't got to ask. I ain't scared about being in the motherfucking round. I go round this bitch as long as this bitch go round. Where you at, Steve? Looked at me and said, I don't like him. I said, I don't like him either. Let's fast forward it to when this disrespectful nigga did something called the original Kings of Comedy. Oh. As if Richard Pryor didn't live and walk this very same earth. How the fuck you gonna be the original King of Comedy, nigga? Did it start with you, you disrespectful son of a bitch? Not Richard Pryor, not Bill Cosby, Steve Harvey is the original King of Comedy. You's a goddamn liar. How you original and you ain't the first one? Then a nigga told a lie that he didn't know nothing about this. And if you listen to his show, you know that nigga's a liar straight up and down. He waited until I said this was gonna be my last show after 18 years. He waited for that and saw that as a moment of weakness and decided he was gonna make it a championship. But then, the nigga couldn't sell out the tickets necessary.
Damn.
Do you think that nigga wanted to be here with me this evening? No, he did not. He wanted to be with Frankie Beverly and Maze. So he could have had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Watch here now.
He start off January 1st trying to find his hairpiece and his career, because I come to put that motherfucker on the ground. That's what a championship is, my nigga. But if you don't like it here, you can get it in the park. Give a fuck. Now that I'm done with bitch niggas in my life. Some of you may have heard a rumor that for the BET Hip Hop Awards,
Yeah. What you talking
I
about?
lost the breakdancing competition to T-Pain. And this is how he ended up hosting. Let me explain to you a few crucial facts about me. One, I am not very tall. Two, I don't hang with niggas that suck dick or breakdance for a living. I don't give a fuck who they are. I got nothing against homosexuals. I just don't hang with them.
Get him, cat.
I didn't meet T-Pain until the day after the Hip Hop Awards. Look at me in the face so you understand what I'm saying. Because you gotta understand, it's gonna be 2009. It's another fucking year. Some shit is gonna remain the same. The bitch niggas that's in your life telling lies on you, the ones that make sure that anytime they see you happy, they do anything they can to extinguish your motherfucking happiness. Those motherfuckers will remain the same. What needs to change is what the fuck we do about it. Because they think they're getting away with it. Old slick ass, fake ass, bitch ass.
You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
You said,
yeah.
I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of...
You had your car radio up so loud that you couldn't hear the damn thing when it cut off. It looked like this. You flossing in a 6-shift convertible.
Shout out Stacey Dean.
All right, now once again, here goes Cedric the Entertainer doing his joke from Kings of Comedy.
They gonna move to the moon. Ain't gonna happen. Y'all move to the moon, damn it, we coming to the moon. Oh, we'll be right behind y'all in space shuttles with Cadillac grills, niggas. Nigga just rolling, one headlight out. Tags be all wrong. All bass. Y'all know we'll drive a space shuttle too. That's right up our damn alley. A space shuttle is long. They ain't scared of no black folk. We'll drive a space shuttle. We grew up driving long cars. We'll drive a space shuttle like it's a 72 deuce and a quarter. We get us a cigarette. We be in a space shuttle like it's a 72 deuce. We get us.
Okay, so both of them was in the car. That's the premise.
And I needed you to know why I came by. Yeah. And Cat didn't do... As I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Now, I'm reading Cat Williams won Cedric the Entertainer's Anheuser-Busch Best Los Angeles Comic Award. Did you win that award, won Cat Williams? It's a simple yes or no. It's not a rhetorical question.
It's a question that probably should have been asked to Cedric the Entertainer.
I'm asking you. I got you here, though.
I know. I couldn't believe Cedric didn't get asked that question. You still a dude's joke and then give him an award, and then 10 years later you don't know nothing about it. Hey, but I promise you this.
What?
If he sees me again before he sees you, he'll be talking different when you see him. That's for certain. That's the difference. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go... Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 20...
Now, when he gets into Kevin Hart, you guys are going to remember a certain person's party that he's been at.
5 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why?
Yes.
Because
why?
I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought.
I know we're joking, we're having a great conversation, but you did win the award. How did the award help your career? It had to help something, Cat.
Nope. No.
God, come on, Cat.
I didn't remember it happened till you just said it. How can Cedric give you an award that was worth something? Everything Cedric and Ricky Smiley ever been in got canceled for not being funny. Ricky sat here and told you that they cut him out of every movie he did. They always had a reason. Like, that's why I'm funny, because I'm a happy person. I laugh all day long. I can't even imagine the misery of these bums. Just to not be good at what you do, not work hard at what you do, but have to act like you the best at what you do. It is crazy. It's crazy.
But they be touring, they be doing like 100 shows a year.
That's me. I don't run into none of them. That's what I'm saying. If you a Faison Love fan, you mean you've been a fan of him for 32 years, you still waiting on him to do his first special? You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now?
I mean, Steve got a lot of other...
DL still out there. None of those irons matter to stand-up. Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like, you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're gonna say some funny country things. But not a writer.
When you got into stand-up, was crossing over, was doing TV, was doing movie, was that a part of it? You're like, okay, I'm doing stand-up. Okay, the next progression is TV, movies.
Throughout the history of stand-up, sir. That's the goal for all of us. That's how it goes. That's why when you hear these dudes talking about, oh, I didn't want to be a movie star, you just know it's disingenuous. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, oh, no, I just wanted to do a game show.
Right.
What? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I thought you did Mark Curry's show over after he had just done hanging with Mr. Cooper. Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours and then do the dude's stand-up when you go on the road? And then you never put Mark Curry on your show or nothing. Like, if you don't say anything, these dudes will run over you. I don't know if you know how bullies operate. But if you don't stand up for yourself, there really is nothing they won't do.
Right. So. Do you consider yourself a king of comedy? Where does Cat?
No, they consider that.
Oh,
like when after Bernie left, them same three guys I'm telling you about, the Kings.
Yeah.
Right? Because DL is the greatest.
Yeah.
There's no DL slander gets tolerated. But they came to me. I was supposed to be the fourth king. I got the offer.
Then what happened?
But I turned it down.
Why?
Because you shit on Bernie. And I know the truth. You think I'm gonna let you shit on Bernie and then come get me? I'm the next king? Why? Because the whole time Bernie was here, you was acting like you was funnier than him. The reason you was supposed to go last is because it was your tour. Tell the truth. It was Steve's tour. Not it was gonna be called the Kings of Comedy, it was Steve's tour. These are the guys opening for him. Of course you gotta close if it's your tour.
Now, if you guys don't remember, the Kings of Comedy, yes, was Steve Harvey's tour. If you remember, the entire time, Steve Harvey was the one coming out in between each of the comedians. He had to come out. He was the host. But it was actually because it was his own tour. Cat Williams is very right with that.
That's why it was such a big deal. But you couldn't do it, because you can't beat the best. And until you humble yourself, you will forever be kinged by the king. And because you finally did it, because you had no other choice, and now that he gone, you gonna act like he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works. The king is the funniest. Period. Every time. And that's why no audience member was ever swayed. It didn't matter where Bernie went. You think if Bernie went first, he wasn't the king? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get your ego out of this. You let the best be the best, right?
Cat Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming on, bro. I really appreciate it.
So that was why he let Bernie actually end the show. What Cat Williams is alluding to is that Bernie Mac was actually the funniest person on that tour. That's why he closed the show. He was the most original. He had his own original content. He had the most charisma, even in the skits, just being himself. In the blooper reels, Bernie was the star of the show. Bernie Mac, rest in peace, was the star of the show. One day I think I'm going to actually dive into what happened to Bernie Mac and why he knew he was going to be passing away. Because I always thought that was very eerie that he knew he was going to be passing away, even though I knew he was battling a sickness. As they say, the truth needs to be heard. And I would like to know what actually happened to Mr. Bernie Mac now that Cat Williams has said something. So, let me know in the comments what you guys think about Cat Williams' interview with Shannon Sharpe. Did he keep it real? I think so. As I said, like the likes of Paul Mooney, rest in peace, and Bernie Mac. Richard Pryor. If you notice, Steve Harvey with the mustache was set to be the next Richard Pryor. What I actually stumbled upon was that he ended his career when he was 55 years old, Steve Harvey. And he started it when he was 27 years old, he said. But as you saw when I looked at the pictures, that didn't look like a guy that was homeless at 30 or 33 years old, especially with the suits and the watches. If he was homeless, he did a damn good job at, finding some pawn shops and some thrift shops for some suits back then as a black man in 1987 to 1990. I'm just saying. Those are some very expensive wares that man had on to be homeless, is all I'm saying. Now, the real question that Cat Williams was talking about is, why hasn't Steve Harvey done any stand-up and he's only done scripted teleprompter shows? He hasn't been doing any stand-up comedy. Was Cat Williams alluding to the fact that Steve Harvey is similar to Cedric Williams, as we saw, that doesn't actually have any original content? He doesn't write any of his own material? Is that what Cat Williams is alluding to? That Steve Harvey does not write any material? And that what he didn't do any stand-up? So, okay. Interesting to know. Very interesting to know there. And apparently, Cedric the Entertainer let out that there was a little bit of beef between Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac. Interesting. Very interesting.
You, DL, Steve Harvey. Steve was more of the host, and Bernie.
Yeah.
How did they put you four guys together? Of all the black male comedians, because I think they had a Queens of Comedy also.
Yeah, afterwards.
But, yes. How did they land on you four?
Well, I think, at that time, again, it was all about I believe it was all about who the promoter can get that he thought could sell tickets.
Right.
Because Martin was his own thing. He was already gone. He was his own thing. And then it was like Joe Torre took over
Joe Torre took over Def Jam after Martin, so he was his own thing. Right. And then you had all the Wayans, and they was their own brand, right? And so Steve was hot. We had the Steve Harvey Show, so we had a national TV show. Bernie Mac was the it comedian at the time, and then DL was hot. He had a TV show. So what I think, but the first year we did it, it was just me, Bernie, and Steve. Right. And Steve closed, and Guy Torrey was the host. He would MC it. I came out first. Bernie went in the middle. Steve closed. And then then as we got into the bigger run of the tour, we brought on DL. Steve went to the host, and even though on the special Bernie closed, I closed that tour. So I was the last comedian on the live tour. Right. But on the movie, they just cut it. It was better for Bernie to go last. When you did that tour, did you like, okay, your boy here now? Oh, what? You can't hit me in the ass with a red eye. What? Your boy landed. Straight pigeon toe. Straight dog. I'm like, dude, this is the first time, like, this tour is so big. It's all arenas, right? Yes. So this is rock and roll comedy. This is private jets, leaving out on the weekend, get on the private jet, go to the show, land. Everybody got their own limos. Right. We got big suites. It's top of the food chain. You just don't get no bigger than this. And we were like making a lot of money. And it was with your boys. We was having a lot of fun. Yeah. And at the time I was single, so on the first Kings of Comedy. So I know I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you want to be single again, keep talking. Yeah, keep talking. That's the quickest way. Let me ask you a question. If they were to do a Kings of Comedy right now, classic. 4. Who could they? I mean, could they do a Kings of Comedy with Rock, Hart, Chappelle? Could they do a Kings of Comedy? For sure. I mean, those, they've done shows where they all because Rock, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Rock and Chappelle and Earthquake was over in London at O2 at the arena, I think, just about a month ago. Yeah. So Chappelle's out on tour, Rock is out on tour. In London side, and so they'll often get together. Right. And then they did it, Kevin is here. Kevin's on tour. Yeah, Kevin get ready to start his pop tour. Around. But they did, Kevin and Chris did a show in New York, and then Chappelle came, and they went on stage together, and so that was a big deal. And then Chappelle, he been working, he produced Quake's special. So Quake is, rocking with them a lot too, so that's dope. But that's it, I mean, these guys are the big. I mean, people love Cat Williams. People love. I love Cat. So the branding of those, of those particular guys, like, it's a way if they wanted to do it. But all those guys, so. But they're kind of because, like you said, you looking like, okay, at the time Martin was a standalone guy, Torrey was a standalone, and a lot of these guys are standalone. You guys were like, Steve you were in comedy. Steve was doing his thing, but you guys kind of wasn't to that level that these guys are now. Not we were standalone in theaters. Right. And that's what made us a package for arenas. 20,000 seat arenas or something entirely. Yeah, that's a different thing. It was and at that time that was just rare. So you had of course Eddie Murphy to do it, and you have Martin. I think Eddie Murphy I don't even think he did a real tour. Right. I don't know. He maybe did a few dates, but Martin did a real tour in arenas. Right. And Dice Clay. Right. These were the kind of people that did arena tours, and so it was very few people at that time being able to do it. And Kings of Comedy did the Superfest model, right? Where we put a lot of people on one show and made it a dope night. Right. And so it was extremely successful too. Is it true that Steve and Bernie butted heads? Yeah. I mean, they were the kind of guys that they both alpha males, like they both, they just saw it different, what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they was able to get through it. You guys, is that one of the reasons why you didn't do? You did the first part, and then the second part. I think of course that was definitely a contributing circumstance, but I also think that it had a lot to do with the promoter on the thing, because he got a bigger head than all of us. Right. So the dude that put us all together started to really think it was about him, so it started to be that. So it was a lot of those kind of elements in there where people just sometimes people just ruin a good thing. Yeah, just cause like y'all would be together if it wasn't for me. Like, okay, bruh. Bro,
Like nobody
you ain't
coming
told
to
her
see
one joke.
Nobody coming to see you.
Right.
Like, you know, but
Get out there and tell a joke.
Yeah, that was like, yeah, that kind of thing.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button.
I remember that joke. I remember when Bernie made those couple of jokes during the skits in the middle of the movie. And Bernie basically was talking about his cut and different things like that. So apparently Bernie was talking about the promoter. Or was he talking about Steve? Being that it was Steve's tour. That is the real question there on why they might have beefed. Because remember, it's Steve's tour. You putting Bernie at the back because you know he's the funniest, but you're not paying him like he's the funniest. So that is what Cat Williams is referring to, possibly. About the truth of the Kings of Comedy tour. Bernie was a bit underpaid, if you will. And that is what his true beef with Steve Harvey was over the Kings of Comedy tour, and why there was only one after that movie. There was only one more go around after that movie because Bernie Mac was tired of being underpaid. Speaking of ungratefulness, though. Not ungratefulness. So speaking of people taking advantage of people, I should say. Miss Remy Ma, I think you need to come on down to the congregation here.
This is a Battle Rap Trap exclusive.
Father's Day Jones, she not in there. Like, bro, you corny as shit, bro. You know what I mean? He corny. He just corny. So I feel like that, you know what I mean? He deserves some pressure too. I feel like tagging a nigga, yo, Pat, you since real niggas do real things. Tag Papoose. Yo, are you gonna clear this allegation up or do you want me to? Bro, I will kill that nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is you talking about, nigga? I'm not gonna go into y'all personal business because I told her that's what she should do. Like, but I'm putting the pressure on.
This is a Battle Rap Trap exclusive.
Telling you that. I'll let that linger out. He don't gotta answer it, but it's gonna linger to the point that they're gonna be expecting me to say something. And he either clear it up or say, no, nigga, I beat you the fuck up or some shit like that. He need to say something.
So, to bring some of the audience to speed, if you guys don't know, Easy the Block Captain is a battle rapper, okay? Battle rapper from Philly, all right? Easy the Block Captain has been seen at different battle events with Remy Ma as of late. Over the past, I want to say, year or so, they've established a business relationship and a partnership or whatever, right? A management deal, if you will. But apparently this management deal has gone beyond just management. And rumor has it that Remy Ma has now cheated with Mr. Easy the Block Captain on Papoose. Our beloved Black Love Celebration couple has been defeated. It broke all of our hearts this past weekend to have this happen on New Year's weekend. It felt like just 'tis the season this month too. 'Tis the season of leaving. That's what it felt like. Because this didn't just happen with just him. It happened with a couple of damn people recently. It happened with a couple of damn people. But, so, to bring it up to speed, apparently there was a rumor that Papoose had snuck Easy the Block Captain, or not even snuck, that he knocked out Easy the Block Captain at one of the battle events in New York City last year. This particular audio just came out Friday, but the bits and pieces of it was actually presented last summer. Are you following? Henny the Blog has actually, shout out to Henny the Blog, by the way, who has this leak. Henny the Blog has actually had this particular leak for a year now, which means when that bit and piece came out, on top of the rumor, quote unquote, that Papoose had knocked Easy the Block Captain out, Remy Ma didn't say anything. That let me further know that there was something else going on there. For sure.
You need to say it don't even have to be in my favor. It is in my favor because once you say anything that I don't like, then I go live and boom, it's over. Man, listen, she said, yo, this is what she don't want me to. She don't want me to. No lie. You know what I mean? She's been on my ass, like asking me, like, please don't do it. I'm like, all right, copy. Let me tell you. But she also said this nigga made the first movie, put you in a fucked up position, so I can't tell you what to do. I'm just asking you because you do that for me. But I keep saying, but what is he doing? If that's the case, why am I the only person doing something for you? Why he not though? That nigga the one who got 16 in, right? Talking about he held you down from jail. He the one that got 16 years in. Why this nigga not holding you down?
This is a Battle Rap Trap exclusive.
Like, nigga, he could have stopped all of that shit with a tweet. That same night when she made a joint, I made a joint, he could have made a joint. Boom. Anything else that niggas would have ran with would have been on them. I wouldn't have had to say nothing. I wouldn't have had to force myself to go live. None of that shit, bro, because everybody spoke already. The fact that she said something, I said something, and you didn't, that make it look weird. The fact that you posted real niggas do real things the next day, make it look weird. The fact that you posted a Father's Day picture without her, make it look weird.
This is a Battle Rap Trap exclusive.
I can't go live. Speculations. He fucked up. He waiting for this. Yo, he got beat up. Not knowing. Niggas starting to try to figure it out. Like, yo, he fucking with Remy. But not knowing that I've been with Shorty and she telling me though. Niggas don't know that she been at my crib since then. And that's what Oz is saying. Oz is like, hey, you the only nigga right now that's sacrificing your career. I mean, she getting killed too, so, but he like, she can just end that shit, but she still, at the end of the day, man, I know what it is. She not saying this is what it is, but I know what it is. She don't want what's about to happen. Nigga, this little bullshit right now is already hitting her, stressing her out. We like, yo, let's not make it the shade room. Let's not make it the TMZ. But in my head, I'm just like, man, fuck that. I already got 5,000 followers on Instagram in 2 days. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, yo, if this nigga would've, I said, yo, whatever you want me to do, I'm gonna do. Because I fuck with you. I don't care about more. But I said, tell this nigga he has to see me though. Tell him that. Like, that's the only how I'm agreeing to anything we about to do. Is he has to see me. And I told us I don't even give a fuck if I lose. But we have to fight though, my nigga. Period. About, he a street nigga. I waited a long time to catch him. He can wait to catch me. Oh, pussy. Shut up. What are you talking about? He ain't wait no long time, nigga. I put everywhere I want to be at, nigga. What are you talking about? You could have came to the trenches. She just needs to let them niggas know that they're not together. You know what I mean? Let them niggas stay. You don't gotta say that you with anybody else, like you just went such and such. I'm cool. I don't have to be the dude to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, your nigga. Cause like, I'm already getting killed, yo. He a fucking home wrecker house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already like getting killed. So from battle rap, I'm getting killed from battle rap. And then from the other in the industry, I'm getting killed. I'm gonna be the ball broke up fucking, you know what I'm saying? So my fucking career, now I gotta switch my career around as far as the identity of my career, as far as how I'm gonna bring shit. Now I'm just like the fucking whoever, like the bad guy now, and I'm gonna take it. I said my trash was popping.
This is a Battle Rap Trap exclusive.
I walk downstairs, I smoked that shit. I'm like, oh, it's time, my nigga. I don't know. So it's like he's not agreeing to shit. You don't wanna. I think he like that shit. I think he like, yo, I beat up my girl, babe, my girl, new dude, like my white new dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. So now, if that's how you feel, then stand on it. Stand on it. Because you don't want to lose that corny ass, bum ass job, which everybody know. Everybody on my camp know is up for ball. We all know. Everybody knows. He already knew where we was at. He already knew where I was at. That's how I knew it was a such and such. I said, bro, you think it's a coincidence that they waited until you left? I believe if I was by myself the whole night, he would have been in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Because he had 2 niggas in there the whole time. So even if we rumbling and I'm getting off on a nigga, he got 2 niggas in there regardless. That's, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I might have been cool just like that. Maybe that happened. Maybe that was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? I'm in New York. You know what I mean? I'm in the car. b.l.a. not even outside to get me the car. We had to go get our own car from b.l.a. I think all that shit was lined up. But yeah, that's what happened. That's the real version of the truth of what happened. That nigga couldn't even knock me out. Nigga don't even hit that hard too. No blood, no nothing. No blood, no scratch, no nothing. Nigga, he had 2 clean jaws. He had 2 clean jaws. So if that was the time to knock me out, it should have been done. I know we gotta control before it get there because I don't want TMZ to be like, yo, Papoose beat up Eve. Oh, she should take the guard up. She got a joint tomorrow. She got a show tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So she left. But since the incident, she been here. Right? If nothing, you didn't get nothing else in life. You didn't get through your hand between y'all was over. The fact that you snuck her quote unquote side nigga and she went with her side nigga explains everything. Nigga is crazy, bro. This nigga is ridiculous. I can't believe this bitch ass nigga said I took a minute to catch him. He could catch me. Like, what? Nigga, you 45. What are you talking about, nigga? Like, that's what everybody else keep telling me, man. They like, yo, are you prepared that she gonna stay with the nigga? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm prepared for anything at the end of the day, right? So it's just like, they're always doing my thing, bro. I'm like, yo, I just need to know what you're doing so I know what I'm doing. Like that. So it's just like, you know, as far as that, like, cause it's just, how is that gonna work? How is it gonna work though now? Like, even if you go back with the ball, right? Which, alright, I'll come out, explain everything that happened. Yo, we was fucking with each other, you was cheating on ball, such and such, and whatever happens. Let's say Love and Hip Hop pick it up. Y'all get back together. How does now, I get a bag, you know what I mean? I get a little bag, I get a little check, couple little, you know what I'm saying? Such and such a, you know what I mean? I'm the boy that such and such a cheat. I'm around now. I'm a little bit. So at the end of the day, it kind of fit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it fit everybody's job. Like, so but you're still going to get caught. I don't give a fuck if we don't fuck with each other or not.
This is a Battle Rap Trap exclusive.
Yeah, look, so far as she's saying she fuck with me, I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything can happen. I'm talking about what I'm saying. That news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you did some corny shit. You did some sucker shit. And the sucker shit leads into why would Pat hit you? But I'm saying battle rap is toxic. Only care about what's toxic. Go to the gossip blogs, the shorty with the tiger with the T. That's when those comments is, yo, why would she cheat on this nigga? Those we can't follow battle rap. I mean, it's just the same. You thinking battle rap. I'm not thinking battle rap. Most of them niggas who gonna come see me on YouTube when I go live, half is gonna be my battle rap fans and half is gonna be the niggas from the entertainment side.
So what Easy the Black Captain is really referring to is the fact that he knows that he's going to pick up a lot of publicity from this. He anticipates that. This is more of a win for him than anything, but he can't actually say anything due to Remy Ma's actual situation with Papoose, because in fact, this is an actual marriage. Being that this is an actual marriage and this is a public infidelity with a actual marriage, it becomes a very sticky situation for now Remy Ma. It's also a sticky situation for Papoose, because here's the thing. Business-wise, this kind of puts a hinder on Remy Ma's movements, as well as it will put a hinder on Papoose's movements if there is an actual divorce that's going to be taken in place. If there's going to be a separation, cool. Then they want to stay together for the sake of the kids as far as the marriage goes and make things still seem like they're a family and whatnot for the kids' sake. Then they have to do that. But what Easy the Black Captain is referring to is he would like to have a fair one with Papoose, or someone has, well, not even or, he has to have a fair one with him as well as someone needs to tell the truth before he does, which now the cat is out the motherfucking bag.
And like, cause they want to know. I mean, we might have to not to do valet. It might not be valet. I just said I think that valet. The call that she got was for sure he had two niggas in there spying me the whole time. He don't want to get to those jobs. He don't want to get there. So I'm trying to tell her, I'm like, yo, we got to start putting the pressure on this nigga because he's the only one right now that's like beat up. That nigga blocked this shit out. He let me call that nigga twice. I couldn't get through no more. You know, I couldn't get through no more. That nigga like, man, fuck that nigga. I don't got to answer to him. Shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't gonna, if I was on the other end, I would do the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna pick up the phone and be like, I'm the type of nigga that, yo, my bitch is cheating, and me and you have no problem because I don't know you. My bitch had to literally drop her draw, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and all of that shit, bro. Like, yo, for me to be beefing with you is for what? And then you beefing with a nigga for shorty to still go home with the same nigga. You look retarded. Now you look even more dumb. You know what I'm saying? This shit is.
And that's another thing that looks even bad for Pat because he's right. If Pat was to come out with a diss track or anything like that, it looks real crazy because Remy's still at the end of the day stuck with her quote unquote side piece now. Like, or new man. You can't even say side piece as much as you say new man now, if that's the case. If there's even a separation with shit. Like with it being a marriage, it looks kind of crazy if Papoose was to do anything as far as jumping out the window right now instead of being quiet. I think that's the biggest reason why Papoose has been quiet about this, is because he has to play chess with this for the future's sake, not only for the kids, but for his own pocket and career sake.
It's like that, bro. Maybe because he's from LA. He don't know his bitch. She would have respected the nigga for asking me for a fair one, beating me up. Then he probably would have had her. You know what I mean? You don't even know your bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I know her more than you. Called you a bitch before I called you a bitch. Yeah, because she know that was some corny shit. She know it immediately. I'm sorry, yo, he did some corny shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knew it. Like, that shit was corny. I was so mad, man. I was so mad. I was pissed, bro. I'm just like, yo, I can't believe I let this nigga catch me laughing, man. Me and eyes on a drive back. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, it ain't your fault, man. I said I was doing too much. Draw, I'm too comfortable. I'm saying I'm too comfortable. I should have knew me being in fucking New York, me being at Ring Joe, and I know I'm fucking this bitch. I knew this nigga should have been plotting on me because I would have been doing the same thing. You know what I mean? This nigga was in the city.
Now, my real question is the strength of Papoose, right? I'm just thinking about that, quote unquote. The strength of Papoose, right? We all know how strong Papoose is, allegedly, right? I'm wondering if it's just a thing where either Pap caught him at a bad angle or he did the two-piece to set up saying, hey, yeah, nigga, let's face to face. But it was too many people around, and of course everybody just backed everybody up and moved everybody around. Oh shit, Papoose is not hitting that. Yeah. So I think that's what really happened as far as, that's what it sounded like. That Papoose got the two-piece off, but the two-piece that he got off didn't come with the biscuit because everybody got rowdy and decided to disperse the whole thing up. And everybody was saying that he got knocked out when in fact that it was just a stumble. Papoose caught him and Easy just whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, okay. What happened? That's why everyone was saying that he got knocked out. Who the hell hit me? Can sound like, oh, I got knocked out on a stumble.
That caution shit done changed the energy again. Anything with me, he not fucking with. It's cool though, cause he's done too. All them niggas, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to be in a tear with all them niggas.
This is a better.
I'm about to be in a tear with all them niggas. Let me tell you, if I could go with the shit that I'm gonna go with, and it works for me, and I get my 100,000 followers on Instagram and such, all them little bloggers, I'm coming for. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like. You seen, first of all, let me tell you why I can't take your shit on that one. Because number one, you seen me and Hustle argue about fake Photoshop pictures already. You seen that already. And then after you seen that, the next day she's posted another picture with no response. Just one person talking to somebody. I'm gonna send you such and such a way. That could have been anybody. And the fact that you reacted to that, well, bro, is it okay? Now y'all wanted to react to that. And then y'all been through it with this bitch. For nigga Rock, for you to even have an inclination of believing a bitch who slandered you for years, to me is disrespectful to me, nigga.
This is a battle rap.
You the same bitch who going at it with this bitch for years over this nigga too. You know how she give it up. Y'all know how crazy this bitch could be. You know what I mean? Like, no, man, I can't accept that. It's no even response. My nigga, there's nobody even responding to this shit about caution. It's just somebody text. It don't even say no iPhone shit, no dates. It don't say nothing. It's just a text. If we even think it's a text, we don't even know.
This is a battle rap trap exclusive.
I can't, no. Nope. This shit ain't gonna stop me, bro. This shit is never gonna stop. All it did was put me in a position that see everybody else. So now, once I figure out what I'm gonna do with this position, I'm cool again. I'm back to me being me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it just, this is a little different. And I know battle rap don't care, and they don't care if a nigga whatever like that, but I still got one person life in the balance too. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't say I fuck with somebody and then don't give a fuck if her shit is all fucked up. But I don't be banging with him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be fucking with him, so I don't care. He's like, you know what I mean? Then I just say, but he burned both of us? That nigga ain't there. Here's the thing. It's already the worst. You're gonna break up Black Love Ball. I should change that. As my choice. Our plan of that is we just gotta fix it before the battle. Rebuttal is that I'm fucking a bitch who just got you here, nigga, is gonna do more than what he gonna say. I promise you that. I'm about to go up there and don't know how I'm about to, I already know what he think he about to get. That's why the nigga should've just, but it's cool though. I'm cool with Geechee. It's okay. So I already know I know what he's gonna say. I know how to write. Yeah.
So of course this was before the actual Geechee Gotti battle that happened with Easy the Block Captain, and that was a pretty vicious verse, by the way, with Geechee Gotti and Easy the Block Captain. Mainly the verse that he did at Remy Ma, of course, that went.
He was out of NBA, and nothing didn't actually happen. I mean, between you and Papoose. Why would we need an NDA if nobody didn't attack you? I mean, ain't that true? You said that's facts. We said you got your face back. You told us that was straight cap. So why would we need an NDA unless it's true that when you got hit, this nigga dropped ASAP? Hey, face facts. He get PTSD and nervous anytime a nigga say Pat. This nigga's a fucking geek. He ain't from no fucking streets. One swing knocks you off your fucking feet. Yo, NDA should stand for nigga duck at least.
That verse that went against Remy was a lot more vicious than that. Way more vicious than that.
Let me rap. Hey, I'm actually upset that you got niggas giving you at this worker fuck the boss. He barely get battle rap pussy. I'm not even sure he can fuck the boss. That's why when Pat seen you, the gloves was off. This ain't no regular female, my nigga, that's his wife. Knocking you out compared to what he could have did to you, nigga, that was light. And you ain't off the hook either. ain't no regular female, my nigga, that's his wife. Knocking you out compared to what he could have did to you. Nigga, that's his wife. And you not off the hook either. If you gon' cheat, at least cheat with a nigga that can fight. You know this ain't right. You know this ain't right. Come on, y'all know this ain't right. Y'all know this ain't right. Really, you are up here supporting the victim. You done had 6 Chrome events. 6 Chrome events. Papoose was at all of them. How come he ain't at this one? Don't worry about it though. Don't worry about it. Why he ain't at this one? Why we ain't in New York? Why we ain't in New York? Because the last time there, your husband punched on him. So you actually brought it to where he more comfortable at. So if he did decide to show up, this weirdo can have an ups on him. So if he do show up, he can have the ups on him. Man, you fell for real. I hope that awkwardness in your home, your child don't feel. How can you support him? How can you protect the nigga that showed he couldn't protect you? It's wild for real. This nigga's a chump. This nigga's a chump. You know he ain't got the heart, fool. Fucking a nigga bitch when you ain't got hands ain't even a smart move. Fucking a nigga bitch when you ain't got no hands ain't no smart move. But if I was him, I would have been like Verb and Hitman and you would have been the one I talked to. Like, I don't give a fuck if you fucking this nigga. Just tell him stop screwing the business. If niggas found out you was fucking the help, that could really ruin your image. We talking The Rock and Michelle, Pap and Rim. Nigga, that's us. Y'all the poster child symbol for black love. Niggas really think that y'all marriage is still had to go through them stages. Every interview, he show his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years. I know it was nice, he cried big tears. He still by you by your biggest accomplishment, front row giving you big tears. Now y'all got a beautiful baby girl who oh so amazing. He'd be damned if he lose you to this bozo with braces. The world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through. Hey, the world ain't never supposed to know what you and me going through. But this nigga behind closed doors running his mouth like a hoe supposed to do. Got niggas making blogs and YouTubes. People arguing in the comments if those posts is true. Cause them TMZ and shame room outlets, they only know you. Listen,
The fact that she's eating all of that.
TMZ and shame room outlets, they only know you. Listen, he took you out to the best foods. When you ain't feeling good, he put you back in the best foods. And he be damn to see you get stepped to by a nigga he socked out and stood over like a step stool. In the best mood. Yeah, he knocked him out because he be damned to keep seeing you get stepped to by some nigga he socked out and stood over like a step stool. If you think he didn't love you, you gonna put up with all of this shit? Yo, Papoose. Yes, sir. That's how you talk to your bitch.
I also would like to show, while we're out there, that if we look at these Instagrams here, this just says public figure. This doesn't say wife. There's maybe one. I don't even see two. Two visuals of Papoose throughout this entire Instagram so far. Right? I see Fat Joe, of course. But I see very, very, very minimal Papoose pictures. Father, husband, entrepreneur. I see damn near zero Remy Ma pictures. That is his daughter there on the right. But does anyone see any pictures of Remy Ma? None whatsoever. So, that is very telling to me. And unfortunately, once again, the symbol of black love has seemed to fallen, unfortunately. And now it is just like any other relationship. I guess, to each his own. Because the truth has still not come out yet as far as what has happened, number one. This is all still alleged. Two, Remy Ma still has not clarified whether or not her and Papoose are together anymore or not. But it is looking like so, if we are gathering up the evidence of so. If you were not doing something with Easy the Block Captain, would you have stood there and took that verse the way you did? Even for entertainment purposes, would you have stood there and taken that verse the way you did? Or addressed him and said, hey, you know it's entertainment. Let this shit slide. But it ain't true. You could have at least said that. We are defending a marriage here of a man that, yes, held you down for almost 20 years. You owe it to Papoose publicly to say something out loud. Something.
Yeah.
But y'all know me, man.
Yeah.
Been an interesting week. And I see you niggas in the number 2 nights or so.
My type of women like to cuddle, but don't sleep on the money. My type of women like to talk, but don't talk to no dummy. A good play, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. A good play, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. A type of dudes don't be calling trying to blow up a phone. A type of dudes getting money, but don't leave her alone. She just need food, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. She just need food, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. Don't be mad at it, that's just what I prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what I prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what we prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what we prefer. I need a woman that can cook and clean. She need a good man that fucking mean. I kick it paying all bills, yeah, I foot the fee. Yeah, I know she bad and bougie, but she good to me. We talking king shit, I love to show her royalty. I need a queen, quick to always show her loyalty. And when even a nigga off, she be on with me. She DEF the fuck boy, she support a G. That's how it always be. Yeah, it's a baddie. It's a baddie. Make it clap. Patty cake with that fatty. Yeah, she love it. Making money. Keep it coming, keep it cunning. Hate when complaining, haters do nothing. Type of women like to cuddle, but don't sleep on the money. My type of women like to talk, but don't talk to no dummy. A good play, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. A good play, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. A type of dudes don't be calling, trying to blow up a phone. A type of dudes getting money, but don't leave her alone. She just need food, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. She just need food, peace and pay, that's a damn good day. She said, don't be mad at it, that's just what I prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what I prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what we prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what we prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what I prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what I prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what we prefer. Don't be mad at it, that's just what we prefer.